So when you think of Africa, you are probably thinking safaris, wildlife, and some dirt roads. Well, today we are flipping the script. I'm about to tell you my top 5 African countries with the best roads. These countries have smooth, modern, and luxurious roads that you can drive on them without spilling your tea. Hey fam, my name is Ebaide, and I've been traveling around Africa on my motorcycle. I started this incredible journey in Kenya, and today I'm in the Gambia. To get here, I had to ride from Guinea-Conakry through Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, and here. And that brings me to 20 whole countries that I have visited on this machine. Welcome to country number 20, the Gambia! Saying it out loud, it's wild, it's surreal, it's unbelievable. This is the list of all the 20 countries I've visited so far. Today I'll be talking about the 5 African countries with the best roads amongst the 20 I've visited. So I'll be choosing from the 20, not all African countries. My top 5 of all the 20 countries I've visited so far. So I'll be concentrating on the national roads because that's exactly where my expertise lies. You see, for some motorcyclists, off-roads give them all the pleasure they need. They love off-road. Some like city rides, some are pure city riders. I am an adventure rider, and I concentrate on the national roads because in truth, if any traveler or tourist wants to tour any country, they would most likely use the national roads. So every time I enter a country, I use the national roads from the point I enter to the point of exit. And the truth is, the kind of vehicle I am using gives me first-hand information on all these national roads because I am not driving a car that has a screen in front of it. No, I'm not a passenger in a vehicle. I am the one riding the vehicle, and it's a motorcycle. I literally can see the roads in front of me like this, right? So everything I say, every information I give is golden because I experienced everything firsthand. I want you to guess the country you think is my number 1 and write it in the comments now before we dive in. I have a gift for the first 10 people who get it right, like who gets the number 1 right, and I'll tell you the gift during the course of the video. So let's dive in. At number 5, we have a country after my heart, Kenya. Oh, Kenya. Like, the Kenyan government has done so much for its roads. Infrastructure is top-notch in Kenya. Kenya has been investing heavily in improving its national roads, and it's paying off. From the bustling capital of Nairobi to the pristine coastal roads, Kenya is making sure you have a smooth ride. And it's not just about the city roads. The Nairobi-Mombasa highway is world-class and connects major cities seamlessly. You see, when I started my journey from Kenya, I had only 1,900 kilometers on my riding bet ever. Like, this is my first bike, of course, and I had only acquired 1,900 kilometers when I decided to go on this journey. When I started, I couldn't turn my bike comfortably. I used to turn like this, like put my leg on the floor and do like this. If I had started in a country that had bad roads, I would have struggled so much. It definitely wouldn't have been as much a possibility as it turned out to be if I had used a country with bad roads. By the time I left Kenya, I'd already gotten better. I was riding better because Kenya helped me immensely. The roads connecting all the way from Mombasa, where I started from, to Nairobi, outside Nairobi, all the way to the north, were great. Like, it helped me so much. Kenya has done so much for the roads. The Nairobi-Mombasa Expressway has totally taken traffic jam and turned it into a distant memory. Like, you have to be in the heart of Nairobi to experience traffic, if that makes sense. They've put in so much effort in improving the roads that they've even made long distance travel easier. From Nairobi to Kisumu or Mombasa, the highways are fast, reliable, and just wow. So if you are planning a road trip to Kenya, you are in for a smooth and speedy ride. On number 4, we have Ivory Coast or Côte d'Ivoire, where their roads are as good as their world-class cocoa. Seriously, these guys know how to make smooth highways. Abidjan, their commercial capital, boasts of some of the best urban roads in West Africa. And it's not just the capital. Roads connecting cities like Yamoussoukro and San Pedro are impressively well maintained. The Ivorian government has put in so much work into infrastructure. Whether you are cruising through the city or heading out to the coast for a beach getaway, you won't be dodging potholes here. Wonder how? Yavi! Ah! Yavi! Ah! Ano ito? Wala din. Nancy! thing. Thank you. Thank you for food. Thank you. So if you are planning a trip to Ivory Coast anytime soon, rest assured you are in for a beautiful adventure. In Ivory Coast, I rode from one end of the country to the other end as I usually do, and I was stuck in traffic for so long because of construction. Now coming all the way from the Niue border into Abidjan, it's beautiful and smooth road, but when you are getting closer to Abidjan, it has a lot of traffic because of the parts of the road that were being fixed. It's not just about the road, it's about the quality of the road, the width. In Yamoussoukro, that's the capital city, it's so wide and clean and beautiful. Outside the capital city, it is smooth paved, the quality of the road is great. So the parts that were being fixed that caused traffic are the reason why I decided that this is number 4. If I wasn't stuck in traffic for so long because they were constructing roads like Grand Bassam roads, then definitely it would have made it to like number 2, because the roads in that country are great. Ivory Coast is one of the countries with the best roads in West Africa that I've experienced so far. I'm sure you won't believe what my number 3 is, but guess. At number 3, we have Congo Brazzaville. I know what you're thinking right now. Congo, how can it be Congo? But I promise you, Congo Brazzaville. So I'm not talking about Congo Kinshasa. When you mention Congo, most people think of Congo Kinshasa. Most people don't know that there are 2 Congos. So I'm talking about the Republic of Congo, the place where the people are so friendly and unproblematic. The Republic of Congo has actually been making some serious moves on road infrastructure. Brazzaville, the capital, is home to wide, smooth roads that make getting around a breeze. You see, for Congo, it's not just about the capital city, it's also the roads connecting towns to the cities and the beautiful road that connects to the Congo River. They've put in so much effort in infrastructure and changing the face of the country. I entered the country from Point Noah, that was through Cabinda because I was coming from Angola. Entering into the country where the only potholes I experienced. That is, when I entered into the country, the road had potholes, and those were the parts that I experienced potholes till I left the country. Even in Ivory Coast, for instance, like getting out of the country into Liberia was off-road all through. From Ghana, it's off-road and it's crazy off-road. Yes, but in Congo Brazzaville, on the other hand, the only part I experienced some bad road was paved but with potholes, wasn't off-road. I literally did not experience any off-road in Congo Brazzaville, and the roads were clean and smooth. Yes, there were some parts that it was tiny, like through Ouesso. Going to the border from Ouesso, it was tinier, but it was smooth, no pothole. You keep riding gear 6 all the way. Fantastic. When I was riding through the rural areas, I kept waiting for the parts where the road gets bad. But the truth is that the government has put in so much effort to connect the countryside to the main cities, and everything is smooth. I mean, I don't know about you, but a smooth ride through the African rainforest sounds like a dream road trip to me. You should absolutely take it. Visit Congo. Plan your trip today. On number 2, we have Sierra Leone. I know Sierra Leone. I mean, most people know Sierra Leone for its rich history, for the beautiful beaches, but did you know that Sierra Leone has some of the best roads in West Africa? No capping, like hands down. Best roads, the quality and everything. You see, for the 40 kilometers I've ridden within Sierra Leone, it's so deserted. Like, there are almost no cars on the street at all, and the road is so good. And there is no one on the streets. The roads are so good with no cars. The country has undergone a serious transformation. The government has been investing heavily in road construction and maintenance, and it shows. Especially in the capital, Freetown, the roads are smooth, modern, and surprisingly well kept. Most times when I go to a capital city, no matter how good the roads outside the capital are, sometimes the capital city is always rowdy with bad roads because of the activities, because it's always busy. But Freetown is not like that. Freetown is so clean and smooth. It's unbelievable. The roads in every part of Sierra Leone are so nice that you would easily forget that this is a country that is still recovering from civil war. It's truly impressive. So in Sierra Leone, I experienced something. Someone gave me an advice to use a shortcut that was off-road, and I went through a lot using that road. But that wasn't the national road. Like, the national roads were so clean and smooth. It's the road network. The road network is so well developed. I used the off-road and I went through a lot, but I had an idea of what it was like if I had used the national road from Town to Freetown, because I knew what it was like getting to Town. The roads are smooth, the roads are clean. It's like nobody uses them. From the border all the way to like half the trip, The roads were empty and smooth. Major highways connecting Freetown to other cities and regions are in fantastic shape, making road trips through Sierra Leone incredibly enjoyable. And then there's the fact that Freetown is like the child of Kigali and Lagos. It's the combination. You will see Lagos in it, and the landscape makes it like Kigali. The hills, oh, it's so beautiful. So riding with that view on smooth roads, the combination makes it heavenly. It's almost divine. I'm definitely riding in Sierra Leone again. Of course, I'm definitely going back. I didn't have enough time there because the country is just beautiful. It's just everything. It's just very Nigerian and very beautiful. And now we have number one. So before I tell you my number one, I mentioned that I have a gift for anyone who gets the number one right. And I'm sure you already put your comments down there. So the first 10 people who got it right will be getting this gift from me. I hope it's something you'd like to have. So I've been traveling for 8 years, but when I just started traveling, I just finished university and I was just starting my life out. I got creative over the way and a lot of websites helped me. So I decided to put all my knowledge, everything I've learned in 8 years, I decided to put it into a book. I put in all the websites that have helped me in 8 years into one book. In the book, I focused on the 3 main areas that people struggle with, the 3 main areas that take the most money when you are traveling. That's flights, accommodation, and food. In my early days, I got free meals, accommodation, discounted flights. That's exactly why I've put in 30 hacks to help you travel the world for free. And for each hack, I put in the website that will help you get it. So whether you've been traveling for years or you are just starting out, this book will help you save thousands of dollars over the years. The first 10 people who got the answer right will be given this ebook for free. It's already on sale and the link is in the description. If you're one of the 10 people who got it right, I'll reply to your comments and I'll need you to send me your info so I can send you the book so you can download it. If you'd like to have the book, then the link is in my description. You can get it there. Happy travels. And finally, at number one, we have drum rolls, Rwanda. I feel like most people get this right already. Rwanda is nicknamed the country with 1,000 hills, but as far as I'm concerned, it should be the country with 1,000 smooth roads. Oh, smooth and curvy roads. Oh my God, I enjoyed riding in Rwanda. Rwanda taught me a lot. My riding totally changed when I left Rwanda. The twisties helped me turning. After Rwanda, I could turn so smoothly. Going around U-turns changed. Leaning my bike on twisties changed. Rwanda is just that country for roads. Rwanda has made road infrastructure a top priority and it shows in the cleanliness, smoothness and quality of its national roads. I mean, Kigali, the capital city, is the poster child of road excellence. Not only are the streets clean and well maintained, but they also have modern road signs, pedestrian lanes and even bike lanes. This is something you don't see in every African city. It doesn't just end there. You see, Rwanda has a vision to become the transportation hub in East Africa and they've been steadily building cities and towns that connect with ease. Like if you are planning a road trip in Rwanda, you won't believe how easy it is to travel in this country. It's very, very easy. From Kigali to the Volcanoes National Park and even to the borders of Uganda and Tanzania, you would find top-notch roads. And the bonus point, the view is breathtaking. Every part of Rwanda, you absolutely have to visit Rwanda. If it's not on your travel list, you should definitely add it. When I was thinking of my list, my 1 to 5, of course, I added from 2 to 4, but Rwanda was always number 1. There was no story. There was no doubt. It was clear. Rwanda remains my number 1. Rwanda and Congo are the 2 countries that helped me perfect my turning, then leaning my bike. Today I can lean my bike so low that even my knees are touching the floor. I am not joking, and it's Rwanda and Congo. The hills in these countries make it such that you can't ride without leaning your bike so significantly. It did something to me. Doing that in Rwanda over and over again. I mean, when I just entered Rwanda, I was screaming while using the twisties because it was raining. I was scared because it was the most I'd leaned my bike since I started riding the bike. And then I was with people who were going faster than I was comfortable with. And over time, I learned all those things that were making me scream the first time I entered Rwanda. You see, the second time I rode in Rwanda, my riding had changed. I discovered how easy it was to lean the bike left and right. Today, even potholes, dodging potholes. People who are riding behind me, I know some will be watching this video, dodging potholes, the way I lean the bike, the way I carry the bike, everything started from Rwanda. If you are planning a trip to Africa and you want it to be smooth and seamless, then you should absolutely visit Rwanda because the national roads are great. So there you have it, my top 5 African countries with the best roads. Whether it's Rwanda's sleek highways, Sierra Leone's surprising smoothness, or Congo Brazzavilles hidden road gems, These African countries are proving that Africa is more than just dirt roads. If there are African roads you know are very smooth but isn't on my list, please add it to the comments, and let's see more African countries with great roads, luxurious roads that are changing the narratives of Africa. Would you also like me to do a topic of the top 5 African countries with the worst roads? If yes, let me know in the comments. Until next time, bye!